The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage us. With Leeds.
Because I'm about to watch this. So we've won 2 in a row.
Thank God.
All right.
Hey, you know what? You know what ended up happening there? We changed goalkeepers. What?
I blew it. But the other thing is, we changed goalies, and then it was 2 clean sheets.
Yeah.
Because I get it confused with Juventus, because Juventus gave up a late goal.
No, yeah, we were 2. Yeah, 2 clean. And who else came back? Was it Ampadu that came
Bogle,
back? Yeah.
Bogle was on, and I know he scored a goal. Am I saying his name right?
I think there's only one way to say that one, yeah.
I didn't know if he was like, I don't know.
Bouguet.
Yeah, Danish or something. And
He's Belgian.
There you go. Oh, no, we did give up a goal to Preston North End. That's right. Late, which made it a look. Here, I say late.
Well, but yeah.
No. We scored. They scored immediately. We scored immediately, and then that was it. So we gave up a goal there. Whatever. And they switched off, too. It shouldn't have happened, but whatever. The goalie didn't make any erroneous fucking moves, and he actually had some really good saves.
Was it? Yeah, in the Preston North End game, he took like 3 off the chest.
Yes.
He hung back and made himself bigger.
As opposed to Melier not knowing what to fucking do.
Or running out and trying to grab the ball. Or
there's a reason that...
Or passing it off to the wrong person.
You gotta make yourself big, right? Cut down the angle, make yourself big. I
never
played goalie, and that's what it is.
Well, but that's what Donnarumma does.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, the guy from Argentina that won the World Cup, that's exactly what he does.
Yeah.
Hugo Lloris was good at that.
And he's a small dude.
And he's also French.
Yeah, he is. But now we understand why Melier never was called up.
You know, we were talking about that in November and December when we weren't giving up any goals. And we kept asking, like, why, Hugo is gone.
Right.
You've got...
And they went with,
what's his name? Maignan?
Well, they have, they're like Algerian.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even going to try. Not going to try. But that guy.
Right.
But there's also another guy in between, and Melier was never getting the call-up. I don't even think he got the call-up for, the Olympics or under-21s.
Nope.
So that's on us. I like the kid because he came in and
he looked good at the beginning.
Helped. I don't know if it's a goalkeeper coach thing or just
could be.
Because I kept saying he's good. He's only going to get better with age, as goalies do.
Well, I mean,
A goalie position is...
I mean, when we first saw him, he was 19, 20.
Right, he was this lanky, drunk octopus all over the place. Yes.
He's tall, you just figured,
He's going to grow into his frame.
And if he trains with the French national team, they have good goalies.
So, I don't... Right. At any rate...
But maybe, English football is not where he needs to be. Maybe he needs to be in League One, or maybe he needs to go and play in Italy for a bit.
His positioning is terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. I've watched lots of soccer, and I've never, gasped heart and throat on every single corner kick or every single ball put into the box like I did with him.
Well, I mean... To show our evolution with Melier is, remember when we first started watching him?
Yeah.
And he's playing it out the back, but his footwork wasn't there. and
which is why I said drunk octopus.
Cooper would always kick it back to him, and we're like, oh God, don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Every single time the ball went to him, I don't want
but
it.
It somehow worked out back then.
And he was a little too blasé.
Well, and I think
to use,
I think that's like particularly with the beginning,
he is
like
French.
The first thing is such as life.
Right. You can't do that as a goal.
You win some, you lose some.
Zidane can do that.
I will go have some cheese.
Thierry Henry can do that.
Well, yeah, because both those are...
Michel Platini can do that.
Well, I would say, like, Ugo was... You saw him get crazy in games. Like, yeah, you got to be a crazy imperial Frenchman out there.
I watched a lot of Ugo. He won a World Cup, right?
Correct, yes.
He didn't win the Euros. I can't believe France hasn't won the Euros with this team.
Yeah, it's bananas. But that I mean, that also goes to show. I mean, like that's how hard
the Euros
world and European soccer is.
Exactly.
Is that you can beat the world, and then maintain that level of excellence.
Apparently, this movie is supposed to be the shit.
Okay.
It was filmed. I think it's one of Anthony Mackie's. Sorry, people. One of Anthony Mackie's.
Yeah.
They filmed it here in Bogalusa and like Leesville.
Yeah, it's like a vampire movie.
Correct.
Yeah.
I read that he took a lot of influence.
Local lore.
From Dusk Till Dawn, and then made it south. You just butchered that. So back to Leeds. So, sorry, I've been seeing a lot about that, and it's New Orleans. All right, so Leeds currently 5 points, and Burnley tied.
Yeah.
I think our goal differential is fine unless the wheels.
As
come
long
off.
as we're in the top two, I don't give a fuck.
Right. So Sheffield United are. How do they have more games? Oh no, that's wins. 5 points clear. I mean, we're 5 points clear of them with 4 matches to play, right? 3 times 4 is 12. 83 and 12 is what, 95 points? Okay, that's the best that they can get. Leeds are sitting on 88 with 4 to play, so they need to get 7 points. And Sheffield United can't beat them because of goal differential. So 7 points out of 4 games.
Okay, I got you. So you're doing if Sheffield United wins out.
Correct.
Then
and
that's what you're
the best that they can do is 95 points.
Okay, yeah.
The absolute best, and they would have to finish a point ahead of us because of goal differential.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Leeds are sitting on 88 points, and so that means we need 7 points to get to Sheffield's max.
Right. And so we play Oxford.
Yep.
Stoke.
Yep.
Bristol City.
Stoke would be the one I'm worried about.
And Plymouth again.
I'm not. You would think the Plymouth match.
So here, wait. Let's do this.
What was the other one?
So
Bristol.
Oxford away. Stoke at home. We have Stoke at Ellen Road.
Okay, good.
Bristol City at Ellen Road.
Bristol. Okay, so that game bothers me only because they're fighting for top 6 for the playoffs. Okay.
Plymouth is away.
Plymouth's clear of the drop zone. Okay, so again, 7 points out of 4 matches. That is 2 wins and a draw.
But I think it's like we're also, again, I love your data. I think, and overall, this is where we weren't in this position last year.
Nope.
We were in that playoff range at this point.
We were where Sunderland is now.
Yeah.
We were like...
So this is going to be the ultimate test of Farka. In that Farka needs to get that team playing like they're number 7.
They need
and you're trying to get a playoff spot.
Correct.
And that I think he can do it. And I think with this squad, you have the motivation. Particularly, did you see who came back in the last game? A boy, Banffy.
I did.
Banffy's back.
And he got a good cameo. He got a good 20 minutes or so.
He had a goal that they called back. Just fucking bullshit.
Had an off day. He should have scored 6. I'm just saying. I'm not a pro, but
that's the beauty part about Farkas' system now is that you can drop. I just love calling him Bamford in.
Correct.
To Piro's spot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Peru's spot. And
you're working the same way.
It still functions
Correct.
The same way.
Because they both play kind of back to goal.
Except Bamford's goal that was called back for a non-offside. That was fucking...
Yeah,
again, it'll be... hopefully, we get back into VAR.
Right. Jesus Christ.
Now that we've seen 2 seasons without it.
And I bitch about it all not time. Every day, but I bitch about it all the time. Why there's no VAR.
Yeah.
VAR.
In the championship.
Right.
But
for anything. Not even for the only thing there is goal line technology. There's not even VAR for there's not even the
like a handball or
what's the word I'm looking for? Like Microsoft Paint drawing lines, VAR. There's not even that for.
Yeah, you have to go by the cut line on the field.
Exactly. It's oh no.
But a healthy Bamford and a confident Bamford has more agility than Peru does.
He
don't get me wrong. I love me Peru. I
Peru's
love the sit.
Peru's a little more technical with the ball at his feet.
Right, exactly, yeah.
But they both play that same back to the goal.
But Bamford can, when he's good, he can pick up the ball on the run.
Yeah, Bamford's good at all elder statesmen strikers, like Benzema was. They're good at finding that pocket of space.
Yeah, within
the box.
Yeah.
To where I'm going to run to here because this defender's going to go here, this one's going to go here.
Yeah, they start at the penalty box.
Yeah.
And then make their run into the goalie box.
Or back off.
Yeah.
If a guy goes too far to the line, Bamford
Am I saying
knows,
that right? What's the inside box?
That's it. The 6 is the tiny one.
Thank you. Yeah.
He's good to get there, but if a guy like Dan James gets to the touch line,
right.
Bamford's smart enough to know that he's not going to get it here. I need to pull back.
Yeah.
So the ball can come back to me.
But you also got to remember, Bamford doesn't like using his head.
No, which is bonkers. Absolutely.
But that's always a downfall for him because he's so quick, and he gets
8 feet tall.
Peru knows that. You use your feet and your head to get the ball in.
Bamford wants to, which is why
Bamford never likes doing a header.
And he's not technical enough with his feet, which drove me crazy.
But he's got a pretty face.
He does, and he walked his dog during COVID to stay in shape. Till his dog sacked him, which is what he said on that documentary. God damn it, I love you, Bamford. Even though I had to tell you sucked dicks every time you started for us because.
But he was playing injured for how many years?
That's when he scored goals.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he was not built for the Bielsa system.
No.
Bielsa system destroyed that man.
Facts. Real quick, Juventus won a match, looked really good playing, are in the top 4.
Interim manager's working.
Yeah, exactly. Luca.
Yeah.
Not Pioli.
He played, right?
He played for Juventus, and he's Croatian.
Oh, well, that's why.
And Juventus doesn't really like non-Italian managers, but that's neither here nor there. So,
but a Croat's going to come in and just no. I mean, again.
So he's just enough. Real quick, 30 seconds. He's just enough like the Germans are with machine, but also crazy enough to run like
an Italian
a full press Italian as a team back and forth. Like a herd of bees around honey.
I can't wait till Modric starts fielding managerial spots. Because
great.
Yeah.
At any rate, okay, Juventus in the top 4, Manchester United.
The following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.